I'm Ramsey, and my life is kind of crazy. And since it's National Adoption Month, I thought I'd tell you how I went from this young single girl right here to this young single girl with 2 kids. But to do that, I'm going to have to start from the beginning. Everybody say hi to my mom and dad. They actually adopted me back in 1994 when I was a baby.
Aww.
And ever since then, I knew I wanted to be a foster parent someday. Fast forward to someday. The year is 2020, and this is the face of a girl who knows she's made for so much more than this. And so naturally, I thought the best time to become a foster parent would be during a worldwide pandemic, because the mission of reuniting families waits for no one, and I was ready to get started. Between paperwork and nights in the ER, I downloaded this silly little app called TikTok, and I decided to share my journey beginning to end with all of you. And surprisingly, people actually loved it, but I had real work to do. A real-life kid was showing up to my house any minute. It's like I blinked and suddenly she was there. The most precious little girl I'd ever seen. And from this day forward, we became best friends and had so many adventures. We had high highs and low lows. Embracing the toughest and best year, knowing reunification was right around the corner. Or so we thought. Life doesn't always go as we had planned, so I stopped making plans. Instead, I went on a podcast with these girls and said I might be adopting but not getting any more kids. I lied, because I got a call the next week asking if I would take my girl's brother. How could you say no to a face like this? And then they asked if I would adopt him. Adopt him? I barely know him. But alas, we rearranged our homes and our hearts so siblings could be reunited. And we spent the year becoming a family. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but I was committed to loving them along the way. I didn't set out to adopt, but I continued to hold on to hope for their future, whatever that might be. And I wasn't sure if it was me, because adoption isn't just like the movies. I didn't know whether to love or let go, but I said yes. And a week before our adoption, an unthinkable tragedy happened. And I don't know if I've ever felt a heartbreak like I did on this plane that day, but it was then I knew my kids needed me to adopt them. And on June 27th, 2023, we became a family. Well, legally. And I promised our friends and family and the judge that we would live happily ever after. And I'd say it's going pretty good so far. Of course, life has its shares of trials and triumphs, but we're happy to be going through it together. I've hung up our family photos, grown this TikTok community, podcasted about foster care and adoption, and continued advocacy on and offline. There's more purpose and joy in life than there's ever been. Let our story be hope that broken things can be made beautiful again.